Hello everybody, I am super excited to share this layout with you. Honestly, it turned out better than I had envisioned when I first started making it. I started this layout on my live stream on Sunday and I didn't end up finishing it. So later that evening I turned on my camera and finished it up so that I can get this video up for you guys. All right, there is a few things before I get into the project. All of the supplies are listed in the description box down below, so be sure to check them out. And this collection is still available over at scrapbook.com, so be sure to head on over there if you are wanting this collection. Also, if you could do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up, and I also love it if you guys leave me a comment. I love reading them. And you can also share this video on social media. I really appreciate it. Also, if you stay till the end, I feature some comments left on an older video and also another channel that I want people to know about because I get so inspired by them. But let's get into the layout. I am using the Prima Moon Child collection. This collection was designed by Frank Garcia. And you'll see me kind of showing the live stream people that are watching kind of what I'm doing, and I'm explaining to them that I am adding white gesso where I think that I'm going to want all of my embellishments. That way it kind of frames the whole project and just kind of makes everything flow really nicely. And I did add a layer of clear gesso to the papers. I tore one pattern paper in half and then just layered it on top of the other here. And that's pretty simple. I forgot to turn on my camera while doing that, but I quickly realized, and then so I added the gesso and then the white gesso, and now I am doing some stamping, and I'm using the Simon Says Stamp black ink. This is a solvent ink and it is waterproof, so when I add all of the paints and everything and all of that later, it won't bleed. I did have to heat set it, and that wasn't a big deal, but it did kind of bleed when I was rubbing my finger over it just to test it out because this is a new ink for me. But after it was dry, it did not bleed at all. All right, so I am trying out some new Crackle paste, and this Crackle paste I got from my Rusty Crown. It is called Cosmic Shimmer Crackle paste. It does not have any shimmer in it at all, but I was really pleasantly surprised at how well the cracks turned up. I have been obsessed with the Prima Crackle paste, as you guys probably know, and you can't really get it anywhere right now. So I was trying out another one, and I highly recommend this paste. And I'm using the new Tonic Studio spatula, which I also recommend as well. And I know you can't really see, but I'm trying to show the cracks, and they are amazing. It turned out really great. And I did heat set it because that's what I would normally do with the Prima, and it held up really well. I know some people were confused. Technically, you're supposed to let it air dry and dry on its own, but I am super impatient, so I heat it up just a tad bit. Now I am using a stencil that unfortunately you cannot get anymore, but I will have a stencil similar with some stars that you can get. And I'm using the Icing paste. This is the first time I am using it, and for this layout, I actually really like it. I did open them up and kind of see what they were all about when I first got them, and they were just a little bit too shimmery for me. But I thought I'd try them out, and I'm actually really glad that I did for this particular layout. And there's just kind of like a shimmery modeling paste. So you could definitely make your own with some mica powders, but it's nice to have some on hand. I did do some more stamping, and now I am going to mat my photo, And all of the supplies will be listed down below. So if I don't say a name of something, it will be listed in the description box down below. So I do apologize if I skip a product or if I don't name something. And I did actually change my photo size because everybody agreed that the larger one is a little bit better suited for this layout. If you do want to catch me live, I try to stream every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you can catch me live, it's a lot of fun. It's just kind of laid back and we chat and get to know each other and craft. And I am on for about an hour or so, hour and a half. So not too long, but it's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys can catch me live one time. So I added some white gesso to some of these Prima flowers, and these flowers are from the collection. And now I'm going to add some lace, and I'm actually speeding this up quite a bit because this is where I decided that I wanted to keep this part in where I am fussing around with all of the placement of things, and I a lot of times edit this part out, but sometimes people like to see this to see the process of kind of what I'm thinking and maybe why I put something where I did, or you know, things like that. So I decided to keep this in, and it is sped up quite a bit. But I do play around with placement with some flowers and some of these Prima butterflies that are absolutely gorgeous, and some stem flowers from Prima, which you cannot get anywhere. I am so sorry. And these Heidi Swapp gold words, which I am obsessed with. I cannot get enough of them. I'm definitely going to have to get some more. After I am done playing around with placement, I will take a photo and remove everything. And in this case, I'm adding some more crackle paste because I want it to peek out a little bit more from all of the embellishments and everything that I'm adding. So it's good because I use Fabri-Tac, which is tacky glue, but it gives you a little play time so it doesn't dry permanent right away. And that way I can kind of pull things up and then put it back, and I can play around with placement a little bit. So I'm going to let that crackle paste dry and then again do some more stamping. I wanted to make sure that it was all going to flow nicely together and everything was going to look good together. So adding more stamping to the crackle paste is, in my opinion, is a necessity because I didn't want any of the crackle paste to be stark white. I wanted a little bit of that texture on top of it. So I had thought that I had glued these down, but apparently not. So I'm going to add the glue now. And this is a type of doily shawl that I had purchased when I was doing newborn photography. And I'm not doing that anymore, so I decided to use it for my crafts. And I am going to add that onto my layout, kind of off center. I didn't realize that I was going to add so many flowers, so I wish I kind of would have pushed it more towards the middle of the layout, all, you know, my composition. But in my mind, I was thinking that most everything was going to be to the left. But in the end, it kind of almost was centered, but a little bit off. Not too much where it was, you know, too wonky, but I do wish that I would have pushed everything more towards the center. All right, so I am now taking some acrylic paint from Prima. This is the Impasto paint, the Aubergine color, which is one of my favorites, and I watered it down and I'm just adding it over top of the crackle paste. And I find that it doesn't take the color as well or the same as the Prima crackle paste. It's not bad. I do like how it soaks it up. And I definitely, like I said, I definitely recommend the Cosmic Shimmer crackle paste. And of course, I have to add some splatters, so I decided to add some of the splatters in this aubergine color. And I don't really use that much of the paint. It goes quite a long way. It's very vibrant and the color is very concentrated. And the Impasto paints are very thick, so you definitely do not need a lot. And after that, I'm going to start building up all of my embellishments. And so I add the Prima resin frame, and then I'm going to add some of the upholstery thread underneath my flower clusters. And again, those stem flowers, I don't think that you can get them anywhere. You may be able to find them in different colors, but this purple color you can't find as far as I tried to look anyways. So I do apologize, but I, have them in my stash, so I'm trying to use them. I have these smaller flowers that are from Prima as well, and they have like a shimmer on them. And I thought because the icing paste is shimmery, that these would complement the icing paste and give a little bit more shimmer, even though I'm not the hugest fan of, but for this layout, it definitely works, I think. And while I continue to play around with the placement and adhere things to my layout, I wanted to take the chance to tell you guys about the Scrap Your Heart Out event on May 4th. I thought it was suitable to tell you guys because I am making a layout. I did do a separate video, which I will have linked in the upper right hand corner. So if you missed that video, you could be sure to check it out if you want lots more information on it. But it is another live stream event for International Scrapbooking Day, and it's going to be tons of fun, more inspiration, more live streams, more prizes, and of course, more getting to know everybody and chatting with everybody and having lots of fun. So if you want more information, you can search the event on Facebook. It is called Scrap Your Heart Out. And I will also have a link in the description box down below. So if you want to check out the video that I created, you can check it out as well. It's a shorter event. It's a smaller event, but it's still going to be tons of fun. So I hope you all can make it. And if you can't, but you want to watch the live streams, they will be on everybody's channel. And of course, I will make a playlist. And if you want to participate, I have a hashtag. It's Scrap Your Heart Out 2019. So if you make videos, you can upload a video of any type of project that you document memories. It could be an altar project, memory planning, art journaling, anything that has a photo in it, and use the hashtag in your description and everybody can search it. And it's kind of a different twist on a YouTube hop, and it definitely is less stress and less organization on my part, but it helps everybody get involved and find more channels and inspiration. All right, so with that out of the way, I added a little bit more paint, and I finished up adding all of my clusters of flowers and ephemera and my title. And now I am taking some of the art stones with some 3D matte gel and kind of placing them all over. I was a little bit worried, to be honest, when I started adding them to the top and the bottom of the photo. I didn't know how it was going to look when it was dried. But I added some glitter in the end, which you guys are probably going to be surprised because I talk about how much I hate glitter. Glass glitter, on the other hand, is something that I can use because it's chunkier and I find that it doesn't get everywhere like regular fine glitter does. So anyways, I added the art the art stones to the flowers and here and there, and I thought I was done with those, so I started adding some of the Say It in crystals. These are from the Lavender collection from Prima. These just give a little bit of texture and a little bit more interest to the layout, and I'm adding the ones with the gold, like gilding flakes almost, it looks like. I think they're a perfect touch because of the gold title, and then I'll add some of these gold hearts that are in that sticker pack as well from Heidi Swap, and I add them kind of randomly. So you're going to see me here. I'm adding more art stones with the 3D matte gel. I love the art stones because they just add lots of texture and interest to the project, and they come in 3 sizes: mini art stones, regular art stones, and mega art stones, I believe. And then also Prima has like a sand, but you can get sand pretty much anywhere. You don't really necessarily have to get the Prima brand. But I, again, love these because they give lots of interest. They're different, and you can color them. You can leave them as is, like I'm going to do on this particular layout. A lot of times I do end up adding color on top of them. And when you add a gel mixed in with the art stones, you definitely need to add gesso over top of them because the gel will resist any of the spray unless you're using an acrylic paint or something that will definitely adhere to them. But if you're using like a color boom spray or something that is water-based, you definitely need to add gesso on top of them, and you need to let them dry first, like I said, so that they're adhered really good to your project. But even then, sometimes I find that they come loose a little bit depending on how much like gel or adhesive that I use. While the gel is still wet, I'm going to add some of this glass glitter, and I think it gives the perfect amount of just, I don't know, something extra to the layout, I guess. I don't really know. I think it's the perfect touch. So I am going to add some more splatters, and I'm using more of the acrylic paint, and then I'm going to add more splatters with the white Picket Fence Distress Spray. And while I do that, I want to read you some comments that some lovely viewers and friends have left me. So Debbie says, wow, this layout is fantastic. It is so much fun to watch you create. I'm very happy you're back. And Linda says, I like these videos better than the live. This is a lovely layout. And then my beautiful friend Lucy says, beautiful. These were left on an older video from about 3 months ago. So thank you guys so much. That is going to complete this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't done so already, please give this video a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below, and I hope that you guys can catch me live as well. Here is a channel that I would love for you guys to check out. Her name is Kasia, I believe. I hope I'm saying her name right. She is super inspiring, so I hope you guys check her out and show her some love. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.